The stage is set for the UN's climate summit being held in Azerbaijan, but this year's COP29 is also being held in the shadow of Donald Trump's election victory. So what's on the agenda and what impact will US politics have? COP29 has been dubbed the Climate Finance COP, and the acronym you'll be hearing most is NCQJ. That stands for New Collective Quantified Goal. What it means is the amount of annual funding to help developing countries cope with climate-related disasters. A new target will kick in when the $100 billion pledge, set in Paris in 2015, expires at the end of this year. Wealthy nations have only sometimes met the current target. That's led to growing mistrust among the world's climate-vulnerable nations. COP29 aims for a much higher target for the years ahead. Wealthy nations insist the money cannot come entirely from their budget. Instead, they are discussing a far more complex effort, reforming the global banking system. But reaching a new financing target just got tougher. President-elect Trump is a vocal climate change skeptic.
We're going to drill, baby, drill.
His campaign has already vowed to pull the US, a historic greenhouse gas emitter and a leading oil and gas producer, out of the Paris Agreement for the second time.
With this election result, we really get very concerned that all the talks are now going to be what will happen in the absence of the US and the US not meeting its finance goal. Or
Arjit Singh is the Global Engagement Director for the Fossil Fuel Non-Proliferation Treaty.
That is going to be at the heart of the conversation at COP29.
Other topics will also be discussed. For example, fossil fuels. Last year, countries agreed to, quote, transition away from fossil fuels in energy systems. Since then, however, both fossil fuels use and export sales have continued to rise globally. Governments are also eager to resolve rules for trading carbon credits, which are earned through the preservation of forests and other natural carbon sink. And finally, climate-vulnerable nations are also likely to call on wealthy nations to offer more for a newly created loss and damage fund. It was established to help poorer countries cover the costs of climate-driven disasters like extreme floods, storms and drought.